It's Friday and this is your Morning Jolt, brought to you by the local forest in the urban juggle that is New York City. It's been a heck of a week, and I know you want to hear about Tesla, but I really don't give a damn because I'm not giving you more Tesla news. It's actually a bigger story you need to know about and a bunch of other things. So let's get your market day started right. First up, Redfin CEO's disastrous second quarter earnings call. Actually, it's disastrous for Redfin, but not necessarily investors more broadly if you were on it. Key takeaway. He said housing demand is, quote, waning, and that is a big problem. Now, Redfin operates, it's a real estate slash website company. They operate in a lot of hot markets. So he was specifically shouting, I believe, Seattle and parts of California. Why is this a problem? Housing prices have exploded in Seattle, San Francisco, and other parts of California, and you're starting to see waning demand. Now, we're not talking about Great Recession, housing market meltdown here. What we are seeing is slowing demand that can impact companies from a Home Depot, Lowe's, Whirlpool, to even retailers who have benefited over the past couple of years from rising home price appreciation and the subsequent wealth effect. So you're already starting to get worried about the second half of 2018 and the back half of the year if Redfin CEO comments are any indication of what is to come, and they certainly could be. What else we got? Oh, it's good to be out here. It's a beautiful day. Stocks. The stock segment, Intel. Goldman Sachs is the latest company to beat the dead horse that is Intel stock. As TheStreet wrote earlier in the week, the stock is headed towards a bear market, which is characterized by a 20% decline from the high. In this case, Intel, before Brian Krzanich, former CEO, resigned a couple months ago due to inappropriate behavior. So anyway, Goldman Sachs lowered its price target to 44. They lowered it to their rating to a sell. Intel is one of the most hated tech stocks on Wall Street at the moment. Ultimately, I think they need to make a decision regarding their new CEO. Some Wall Street firms that we're talking to and we're seeing out there, they have not been impressed by the candidates they've seen to potentially replace Krzanich. They would like a disruptive outside CEO to take the helm. Not sure if they're going to get it anyway. Intel stock is not feeling the love right now. And we've got to end on this. Maybe a slow summer on Wall Street and other places out there, but not TheStreet's newsroom, and we're absolutely firing away. So I had to give my team a big shout out there. They're blowing the cover off the ball. First up, TheStreet's Catherine Ross. She sat down with Peloton's founder slash CEO yesterday. He says an IPO in 2019 is coming, and I'm curious, if you go into Peloton, I want to know, do you use this thing? Some of us have compared Peloton to the Netflix of fitness. I don't know yet, but I'm willing to try it and keep my mind open ahead of a potential IPO in 2019. Next up, the Jacob Sonnenschein talked to Party City CFO last night after its new deal with Amazon. Party City tells Jacob that they're not worried about getting in bed with the enemy, essentially here. Now, Sears has gotten in bed with the enemy in Amazon, also Nike, they've struck partnerships. So for right now, it drives some buzz. Party City's teaming up with Amazon for their Halloween costumes. Halloween represents about 20% of sales for Party City, so big key season for them. Hey, who knows? By this time next year, Party City might be selling Halloween costumes for Amazon if Amazon buys them. Hey, who knows? You never know what Amazon's up to with all these partnerships. Maybe they'll go out and buy Nike. And what else we got? Scott Camp sat down with Amalgamated Bank CEO. They just went public, successful IPO on Thursday evening. Check that out, very interesting watch. And I don't know, for me, bring on those NVIDIA earnings next week. Keen Holding and Jim Cramer's Action Alerts Plus. We're getting ready to fire away. Have a great weekend, everyone. It's been a heck of a week. Hang in there. You never know in this market, when volatility is as low as it is now, could get the black swan and blow up your portfolio. Have a great weekend.